We need to see you in the front office.
You can wait in the conference room. All right.
The best thing is to have everyone present, so we don't have to go
Ms.
with
Tatum.
this, that, and the other.
When a child reports something to an adult, does that adult make the report to child abuse hotline? Okay. Do you have those? Can you scan me that? Not the number, but the document that you filled out last time. Okay. All right. Yes, it is your obligation to make.
Okay, let's move forward from that, because I'm not going to allow nobody to play the game on, okay, I'm a mandated reporter, so I'm, okay. If you want me to do that, that's fine, but let's talk about the issue.
You have the information.
Okay, but let's talk about the issue. Now, we can do this however you want to do it.
The document that you fax in. Right. Okay. All right. That's what. Yes. Hey, she'll be here in a second. Okay, let's wait until Officer Simmons gets here. Let me get up to him. You mind opening that door for me?
Is there anything that you need from me like, right now? Is there anything that you need from me?
You have first-hand knowledge of the situation.
I don't know that, and you don't know that. You're assuming that.
Do you understand it, Mr. Gordon?
Listen, my thing is,
Where's Devontae at?
I care about my nephew
Right.
being assaulted.
And that's why we're gonna have a thorough investigation, because we already said,
You know,
we felt like Little Rock School District investigation was gonna be biased. Your sister said that.
So-
That's why I'm trying to make sure Mr. Gore reports, so an investigation will be done on child abuse.
if you all got a number, she can make the call too.
She can, but he's mandated because the information.
And that's fine. If that's the proper channel, he got to go through.
Is
But I
Devontae
still
out
need
there
to know
still?
and see how this situation is going to be lead.
Isn't
Nephew, come here.
the way we gonna the very first step is letting child abuse know.
Okay.
So that way, so they can do their own.
Right. And now my next thing is, how's we going to get my nephew away from him?
Sir.
That's my thing.
You said Mr. Gore. Y'all told Mr. Gore, right? Okay.
So once again, how are we going to remove my nephew out of harm's way?
Let me talk to
Well, I'm waiting on the police because I damn 911 and we don't need to talk no more. Because I keep telling you, LB, that
And
this principal and this man is
I
friends.
get what you're saying. I understand wholeheartedly what you're saying. This got to go
Coach
with the child
Davis.
abuse.
Right, and this
And
man
what
right
you gonna
here.
do is you got the right to call police, but we're gonna get your number to that hotline. You
Right.
gonna call
I just
it as
called
well.
my sister
So-
and worked for DHS.
Right.
And this man right here is friends with
And
him,
if-
so ain't no need that you sitting there
and
talking to
that's-
this man.
that's what
Because
I-
he gonna try to flip it like he just did when we walked in here.
Check this out. I'm trying to get him removed from the situation. That's
Right.
that's the thing. If you feeling that way, if you feeling biased that they got an agreement, he can be removed from the situation and it can be a third party.
Hey, dude, you see
Right.
how he played like he didn't know what was
And-
going on when
and-
we walked in?
Well, in that case, he's still holding to that, sister. So I can't say the man don't, and I can't say he do. So we're gonna base it off of that. But we gotta get to the situation where Devontae gotta come here tomorrow.
No, he's not coming back here. I'm calling, I already
Okay,
called the
and that's
police.
fine, but until then, sister, you still gotta be worked out the proper way. I get what you're saying. I'm on your side. You know that.
Right.
But we gotta get.
But
to
I don't want him sitting there talking to this man. I'm telling you, Ed.
I'm right here.
Flipping it.
I'm right here though.
He
Are you-
flipping,
I'm
he
right
playing the
here.
game.
I'm not gonna let nobody intimidate him or think that he gotta feel some kind of way.
Then I
So-
dial 911 and they tell me Officer Simmons coming. No,
And-
I'm finna dial 911
Officer
again.
Simmons is the officer that they're gonna.
And I'm
bring.
going to dial 911 again
Go-
because she the one work here. They all friends.
Well, go hand your business.
I
But we
don't
still-
play,
we
and
still
I'm not
gotta
finna
get-
play because at the end of the day, if I was that type of parent that said, okay, forget this, and I decide to do something to Coach Davis for doing something to my child, guess what they gonna do? Have me arrested.
That's correct.
But they not having him arrested and he done put his hands on my baby.
You gotta be mindful.
You see what I'm saying? They need to be mindful because now I'm upset. This my baby. He a big man.
Yeah, I get you what you're saying.
And then he knew what he did. He kept walking
Right.
past us
You know-
because he knew what he
Okay.
did. Like he trying to intimidate
Nah,
somebody.
he ain't intimidating nobody.
He can't intimidate
Right.
me.
So with that being said, with that being said, just kind of we gotta be mindful of what we say. You gotta be mindful of what you say because
just
something can be
saying.
taken out of context.
And it can be taken, brother, because that's how I feel
and
right
I know
now.
you're upset, and you know I'm up here because you're upset, and I'm right here with you. So we gon' get something done.
And all they trying to do is flip it like it's
Well,
the
we
Vontae
finna
fault.
get to the
It's
root
not
of
gonna
it.
keep happening.
We're
no.
gonna get to the root of it, and we gotta find
How
out
many
exactly.
times had Devontae got suspended for fighting a kid for this teacher,
Right.
and ain't nobody stood up and said nothing to this teacher
And
about it?
and-
And then when I reported, the only thing
Yes,
this
sir.
man can tell me is we gonna put him in the 6th grade classroom. That's not handling. But the teacher not gonna get fired. We ain't fired teachers in years. That's not what you supposed to say to me.
Yeah.
That's not what you supposed to talk to me and say to me. That's why I feel some type of way about this man, because he been protecting Coach Davis, and I'm tired of it, man. For real, and I'm sick of it. He got to quit it. Enough is enough.
All right,
For real.
you go ahead. So back to my point, we gotta get Vontae away from Coach Davis, or get Coach Davis away from Vontae. I mean, that's just gonna have to be, because if not, the situation gonna keep evolving until it becomes something where it's not beneficial for nobody. And that's not no threat, that's not no, but it's just, this is a dangerous ground. And so we gotta figure out the next step, because the allegations is constantly against one man. And apparently it's other kids that's saying this one man having them to do similar things. So now, whatever investigation you did right there, well, I mean, not you, I take it back. Whoever did the investigation, maybe they trying to get to the root of it. But into the meantime, we have to
Let's let
remove,
professionals such as Child Abuse Hotline
right.
do a thorough investigation.
And let me get that number too, because I'll call as well.
Yes, sir.
Can you come up for a sec? Can you come up for a second?
Okay.
Kind of urgent. Bring that
I'm gonna
doc.
get you the form here. I was make sure it can be typable. I'm on my way.
Just bring it with you.
Okay.
All right. That's the school counselor who are involved in situations like this because she knows the process of reporting
And
child
that's fine.
abuse.
That's fine.
Thank you for calling the Little Rock School District. How may I help you?
Can you connect me with Cassandra Steele, please?
Um, Special Programs is Cassandra.
Miss Steele, how you doing? It's Mr. Williams at Henderson. Hey, I can't get in touch with Mr. Pavanaugh, so I called you next. We have a situation where a parent wants a student that's in one of the behavior classrooms removed from that teacher. The only other option is a classroom that has 6th and 7th graders. There's been some allegations of Coach Davis visit. Well, he was involved, but there's no allegations with him. The allegations are against Coach Davis. We've done an investigation with safety and security. We're going to conduct another investigation through child abuse. But trying to see what kind of placement we can have so that right. Or if Coach Davis can be transferred to another school or however, but Coach Davis around the student. I'm just trying to see what options we have. We only have Miss Cordy. All right, I don't have a teacher going in this place. Devontae Baker. Okay. All right. See, the problem with moving teachers is that you gotta have somebody that wants to teach the class.
I get what you're saying, but anytime there's a situation that,
Well, I'm saying if I move him today,
right.
where the kids gonna go?
I mean, I'm pretty sure they got subs. They got, it's a
I
way.
guarantee you, if we move him today, there's, because like for example, when Coach Davis is out,
Mhm.
subs don't take that class. So the people that would be left in the class would be the paraprofessionals.
Yeah, well,
So we already have when we have
You might be starting a trend, and you might be starting a new position for someone then, because this is a situation that apparently needs
well,
some.
that's why I asked
You know, well,
you
not
heard me
even
make a phone
deeper.
call to the supervisor.
Even deeper than that, this seems like something that needs some extra attention as far as some more staffing.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. All right. You know, staffing is. It sounds easier than.
No, I don't. I know it's a difficult process.
There's not.
And I know being with behavior kids is difficult within itself.
So.
You know, but being a man of
Well,
you know.
move, I mean, if I move Coach Davis to another classroom, you just have to understand it would be nobody. It would actually almost be a violation of his IDA rights because it's only supposed to be one teacher per 8 kids.
And I get what you're saying.
Would y'all be willing to sign a? Would y'all be willing to sign a waiver to allow that teacher to have more kids?
Listen, I get what you're saying, and what you're saying has nothing to do with me, because if Coach Davis has these allegations against him, maybe he need to take some time off and get him some training and some counseling. If he aggressive enough, or he got to intimidate children, even though they got a behavior problem, maybe he the one need to have some counseling as well.
And you might be right. And
You
so
know.
while we're doing that, understand if that's going to be the next step. We just have to understand that.
And you can say your name, Mr. Williams, right?
Frank Williams.
Okay. Once again, Mr. Williams, I see what you're saying, but that seemed more of on the school district
Right.
compared, not even your situation.
Mr. Gore, the
that's
kind of relationship that you have, would you be willing to fill in that classroom?
No. My job not only deals with those students, but it deals with every student that's in this school. So for me to be in a classroom for 6 hours, 7 hours in the day is going against what I'm supposed to be doing with the other students that I have a schedule for on a daily basis. Now, I am willing to assist, as I have been willing to assist since I got here.
Hey, Ms. Tatum.
Hey, how you doing,
Can
man?
you come in for 1 second, just
Yeah.
so we can be clear?
Okay.
This is
I'm Leonard. Thank you.
Hi,
It's
Kathy
nice to meet
Tatum.
you.
Nice to meet you.
Tatum?
Tatum, yes.
Yes, ma'am. It's nice to meet you, Mr.
Nice to
Tatum.
meet
so
you.
this is the subject. I'm gonna give you one, and then so.
No, that's all the
That's the
same
whole
thing.
thing. So we'll make copies just so you can see. it.
Bless you.
The couple students made allegations that Coach Davis was basically roughing them up in the classroom.
Okay,
They reported it to Mr. Gore.
okay.
So he wanted to be able to report it as well. But Mr. Gore should also report as
Yeah,
mandated.
if they told, okay, how did you find out about it? I mean, I'm not them trying to be the investigator
No,
here.
ma'am, I don't mind.
Did your
explaining.
kid, you know what I'm saying? But he's the first line
Right.
of
And I get what you're saying, Ms. Tatum. What happened was my sister called me and
Uh-huh.
said that someone from the school, now, Barton, whoever it was that called, they say that it's an allegation that Coach Davis assaulted
Okay.
or pushed children. And so with that being said, my nephew said that told Mr. Gordon first, or told Mr. Gordon during the process. Now, I don't know if it's first.
Yeah, okay, so
Okay.
you don't have to, I know what you're
Okay.
saying, but yeah, so Mr. Gore would be the one to complete the report.
Okay. I mean, and I'm even fine with that, because we're gonna do one as well.
Yeah, I mean, you're a parent,
I'm nephew and I'm a
yeah,
guardian.
y'all
so,
do, you can do
you
that,
know, right.
you can do that.
So, but that's still, now here comes the issue at hand.
There's no way I can tell you right here at this point without talking to the special ed department
Yeah.
what the next steps will be. As far
Okay,
as
so
steps.
with that being
And
said,
you don't have to do, you can do this on phone. This is just what we faxing, you can
Okay.
call.
yes, ma'am. Thank you very much for
Mhm.
that. Now here goes the issue. If when Devontae comes to school tomorrow, where will he be assigned?
Can Devontae report to you instead of reporting to Coach Davis?
What will be the expectation of my responsibility?
That you would have Devontae with you.
All day?
Yeah, you can keep him all day if you need to. And
I can't do that.
well, we'll alleviate the interventions because this is a serious matter, and I need to be able to assure them that Devontae's away from Coach Davis. And then with your background, you can still provide him with the The academics
Well, let me
are
ask you this
what they
then,
do.
because-
Then he goes to his pullouts.
Because understand that I'm multifaceted right now, seeing as that my parapro has not been here. I'm doing that position, her job, and as far as what I need from her, as well as my job. So will I have a sub to be able to come in as well? Because I mean, y'all see what I do. I'm in with all these kids, and then you want me to specifically be with one child, and I want to ensure that I adhere to the expectation that's set for me.
Well, we're hearing the expectation of the parent right now is to get his child away from Coach Davis.
So what I'm hearing is that I have your support, that Devontae can come to 180 and be with me for the duration of the day.
Into his pullouts, because he doesn't have Coach Davis for 4 periods.
So I will have him for 4 periods. So we will pause interventions, we'll pause going to classrooms instead of the other. So for 4 periods, I will have him throughout the day.
And you can supply whatever interventions and that his data says that he necessarily needs academically.
I will do that. So, okay. So in an effort to be a team player and assist you as my supervisor, assist the parents, the guardians and all this, I am willing to take this on with your support.
Okay.
Okay.
Does he, when Devontae is pulled out, does he go alone? Does he have
You talking about as far as his travel?
his travel with when he go to his pullouts?
Well, seeing as that I don't have any students, what I can do if he has a pullout, I will pull his schedule. I will escort him to the pullouts, and then once I drop him off at the pullout, then I will continue on the interventions that I normally do.
Okay, I see what
Can
you're
I
saying,
have the first
but see, I don't know if he have people in place, because I'm thinking when they're pulled out, they're just not dropped off. Or some of them, I don't know his
The parapros.
I don't know his IEP, but
The
so I don't know if
the
a
parapros
parapro.
usually
So
stay.
will there be a parapro in that room if Mr. Gore drops him off there?
The parapros usually stay.
Okay, because we don't want to put him in an environment or in a situation where he's not normally in. So
Right.
okay.
Right.
So, if in fact I'm receiving, is it just Devontae or is it these students that are over there? Because I will also need a copy of their IEPs in order for me to do what I need to do effectively. So who do I get their IEPs from?
Your
Whoever
responsibility
his
teacher.
responsibility teacher is.
So,
And
Coach Davis is responsibility teacher for those that make the allegation.
So is it safe to say that those IEPs are in a file in there that Ms. Cordy has access to as well? I could possibly get from Ms. Cordy. Can you send her an email and CC, I guess, me on it, stating that I will need those IEPs?
Okay.
And what I'll do is once I receive those IEPs, I'll put those in my file. That's a locked file.
What's your timeline to complete that report?
Well,
I think we need to get it done ASAP.
but I don't know that I'm the first contacted person that, I mean,
Of course we don't know, but Devontae let it be known that he came to you. Therefore, you need to be the one to report it.
yeah,
Okay.
even if he told somebody else, if he told you, and sometimes it could be multiple, but if he told you,
if he told me,
if he told you
just report it.
Right. And you
without trying to whatever,
no
just
ad
report it.
lib, just if whatever he stated to you, state to them. That's my biggest concern. I want him to be heard, and I'm gonna talk to him as well. So in that regard,
And let me say this while you in here, just as a credit to my supervisor, man, that is considered a behavior classroom.
and I get that.
And those kids do come with issues. Now, I hear your point, but what I'm saying is that's a difficult room to manage.
I worked at the state hospital for 2 years.
So you know.
I get wholeheartedly what you're saying, and I worked with the adults with the behavior problems. But it's still a way you conduct yourself as the authority figure,
You're absolutely
regardless.
right. You're right.
So if the child is getting out of hand, and you know this child is getting out of hand, I think radio, hey, I need a credible witness. And then if you have to put your hands on the child because he's getting aggressive, then that way you're in the right, and it's nothing. This issue would not even be here at all. It wouldn't be no issue at all because you would have a witness saying, "Hey, I was right there when such and such had to defend himself and stop the aggressor from attacking the class."
Well, see, that's if you read, there's always adults in there, and that's why
Right.
it's you have the report.
I mean, and I'm gonna read it. I haven't had the opportunity to look
Like
at
I
that.
say,
All I come today, Mr. Williams, is for today's situation.
Right.
Now, previous, we gon' we're gonna chop that up in chopping blocks, and we're gonna walk it
I
down. But
only
now
mention
it's
previous
today,
situations because there's always at least 3 adults in that class.
and I follow you. But particularly doing this situation,
Right.
this we talking about right now. But what you saying is, I get what you're saying. There's people in there, you know. But that's why it's important for Coach Davis to be here now, and it's also important for those others that's in there to be here now. And I asked for that when I came in. I asked for that. I said, can we get Coach Davis and the children and the other people who is, see, now he'll be in the right if they his credible witnesses. You know what I mean? Or he'll be into the situation get a lead.
I understand the way, as upset as your sister was, I just think, I don't see that being able to be talked through.
Well, and that's fine. And that's why we have to find a solution to the problem. And if the problem is even my nephew, and we have to find a problem because we cannot get him out the school because legally, law won't allow it. Unless they're willing to send somebody to his house. I mean, and then that's the option that y'all can set up with her. But right now, legally, this is the place they assign him, or they can move him to another school. And then we might have to deal with that at another school if he's the problem. But right now, it seems to be the problem is this one particular teacher who's having a history. And if it was me, or if it was you, Mr. Williams, my livelihood online, I need to be removed, or I need somebody to help me cover myself. Because I don't want to be the one get jammed up. And these children, or this particular boy, is lying on me, and I'm on this island. See, that make common sense to you and I, right? Because see, if it was you over there, and somebody make an allegation, hey, cover me. Give me a lifeline. I don't want to be on no sinking ship. So with that being said, it only makes sense for this situation to be a lead. And let's get to the problem. If my nephew is the problem, let's move him. If the coach is the problem, let's figure out a way that he don't have to deal with Devontae. Now, you might say, well, he gonna send him into school. He gonna walk past him. And that's where professionalism come in. If you walking past this particular child, hey, tell you nothing. And if this child is the aggressor, then you report that, hey, now look at here, this young man has attacked me. Verbally, man, I don't know how many of y'all probably been cussed out, probably been disrespected by children. Y'all look like y'all been doing this a long time. And I do maintenance right now. Folks cuss me out, but guess what? I still gotta go in there and fix something. Until somebody get aggressive and put their hands on you, then it just talk. But until the end, Mr. Williams, you have to figure out a situation to help both parties. And I know that's your job, and I know your job is difficult right now because you in the bind. You got one hand, you got the union, you dealing with the teacher's rep. You got the other hand, you got the student, which you got to protect them because that's your code of conduct. That's what you stand for. And it's just a difficult situation. So let's help one another and figure out how can we move. That's my, or move the teacher for a period of time. If it's on the 4 blocks, let's do some.
Well, what we said we was gonna do is.
But you gotta understand, forever.
One day.
Right. That's for into the duration of this little investigation is over.
I need to be able to understand what I can do as far
and that's why, and I appreciate you for even talking to Mr. Gordon and y'all becoming on one accord as far as to do that, because this man, he telling me he doing 2 people's job, now he taking on the 3rd responsibility. So I gotta commend him. But I also have to commend you because you doing the footsteps that it takes to get to that part. And thank you for coming, because you know yours is just as important. So I mean, I thank all y'all, but we have to, even after this pass, we have to get to the root of the problem, whether it's my nephew or it's the teacher, and that's just what it boils down to. I mean, you know, kick him out or figure out a way to get him some extra, or you, if you can't, if that's not your responsibility, you can point in the right direction as a leader.
Right.
I mean, as a leader, you the leader of this school, and I guarantee you, before they gonna come to use it with expectation.
Can I interject something here? But
Very
I
much,
think
ma'am.
I think as far as like today, two separate things will be happening. One, because the student made an allegation
Right.
of abuse to an adult,
Yes, ma'am.
that will be separate. He'll
Right.
be doing that. What Mr. Williams will have to do at this point is to conduct an investigation.
Right.
Not necessarily what he's gonna be investigating,
Right.
but to put, I think, to bring everybody in here now.
It would be a hostile environment.
Yeah, I see, that wouldn't be, so he would have to be able to investigate, and I'm quite sure
Right.
the mother, everybody will be
Right.
contacted at some point, but he would have to conduct his
I mean,
investigation.
yes, ma'am. It's 2 doors in here.
Mhm.
I just seen the lady come to the
Uh-huh.
backside, and I've been here this whole
Mhm.
duration. I have not seen Coach Davis.
No, and I don't know if this would be,
I mean, it'll be right for me. It wouldn't be right for my sister. By no means
Right.
have I showed any signs of aggression. So I know with her,
Right.
it'll be, the room is too small. And I'll tell you that right now.
and I know, and I'd probably be,
Right.
just, if I was on
And
your
that's,
side of it,
that's
just
why,
like.
and that's why she called me, because
Right.
I'm not saying she don't have the know-how, but right now she too close to the situation, and I
She's
I
very
feel
emotional.
and I feel that I'm a very good mediator.
Right, but because he has alleged abuse, okay?
Okay.
So that's, at this point, it can't be just a whole lot of other talking going on between the parties.
And I-
Because let's just say if he comes in now and say, no, I didn't do that. He can't just, he still gotta go through with his paperwork.
And I even get what you're saying, and that's
Yeah.
to Mr. Williams' credit. That's why he
Mhm.
said it is other teachers in the classroom that will verify.
Yeah.
But there's also other students too that can verify. So you have a,
And that's all part of this
and
investigation.
and that's one of the reasons I gave you credit, because I know this is going to be difficult.
Mm-hmm.
But my biggest concern, and everybody's biggest concern, should be let's move the child away from the danger, or let's move the teacher from jeopardy of losing something that this man have. I guarantee this man has worked hard for, and he probably got kids and grandkids. So I get the livelihood part. So I'm biased. I'm biased because it's my nephew, but at the same time, I want to be fair for both sides.
Livelihood don't mean nothing when you come into this business of kids. We're not worried about the adult's livelihood. I'm not. Let me worry about that, but
And
I
that's
guarantee you, I hold kids accountable and I hold adults even
And,
more
and
accountable.
did you hear what I said about my nephew? And if he at fault, let's figure out a way to help him as well. And I know he's in the behavior class. Maybe he needs some counseling. Maybe he needs something.
You know, my
You know.
premise to those kids is that, they're not all good, but they're not all bad. either.
No.
Police are here. They're here in the conference room.
Okay, they want to come over here?
Where they talking to the parent.
Okay.
So, once again, appreciate y'all.
All right.
Because very much appreciate you, because you taking on the own responsibility that's heavy. So, and you, because you seem like you're being bombarded. And my sister see y'all frat brothers, and she automatically assuming that, togetherness, which is fine. But at the same time, you just said out your own mouth, I can't protect somebody who at fault, or if he not at fault, then I'm gonna go to bat. I mean, my supervisor got a saying, if you in the right, I got you. If you in the wrong, man, you on your own. It's just that simple.
Right.
So, but once again, it's just the two parties need to be separated, because they clashing, and it's been a consistent clash.
And my next step
Yeah.
is to try to see how we get them separated.
And I thank you very much.
All right.
And Ms. Tatum, thank you again, man. Yeah, I like your name, by the way. So I got a nephew name there too. So,
Okay.
hey, nice meeting you.
Nice
Thank
meeting you.
you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. And thank you. All right. And let me get one of those, because I'm going to have to, she ain't gonna rest until she.
Yeah,
You make it top.
I can, but
Yeah, because that's, and
let me Google
Well,
it.
it's
Let
not
me give
gonna
you the
be
number,
for
because
me.
this is not, because
I know what
this
you're
is
saying.
really
I'm going to give it to
what
her.
they want,
Thank you.
what they want schools to vaccine, but as a
Okay,
as a
then I'll tell
parent,
you
it's
what
gonna
we
be better
will
for you
do
to,
is I'll
let me
just
help you
write the
find
number.
the outline, the hotline number, okay?
Okay.
It'll be better for you as a parent.
All right.
And I can call the hotline number as well.
Yeah, but a lot of times in schools,
They like to
that'll
slow
get
down
through,
documents.
yeah, that'll get through easy.
Come close. Yeah, go ahead and take care of that one.
So,
Dr. Whitehorn's office, this is Joy.
Hey, Joyce, this is Ms. Williams. Is Dr. Whitehorn in?
Okay.
And I'll be right back.
Okay.
Mr. Green. Hey, Chucky.
nah, what you need? You need me?
Yeah, what's this?
Information.
Okay.
Delta 30.
Disregard. Just like, you mind signing out?
16 is in the conference room.
Sir,
Say that again.
you mind signing out since you're gonna be gone for the day?
Yeah, you're authorized. You're authorized,
I
right?
don't wanna violate your,
But I'm saying you're authorizing it though, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I'll follow up with you in an email.
So that we can still get with the other students, we changed to tier 3, pull out Devontae at these certain times. And you're okay with that?
Yeah, tier 3 for them. For Devontae.
This is Frank. Bill, I need about 5 minutes before I call you back. I did talk to a funeral home though, for another information into your one. So we do Austin is what I can do.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My braces. My braces.
You need to go. Okay, the sub is coming to the room. Just stand by the door. Stand by the door and your sub is coming.
447-2863. Yes, ma'am. You're so welcome. Bye-bye.
When I'm dialing the facts that's in this 501, do I do 1501 or do I dial 9?
It's in Little Rock, right?
No, I don't know where this is. It's 501 area code. It's in Arkansas.
It's 618. It might be just there.
Gary Fowler's running from me.
Dial, yeah, do 9. Yeah, go. I'm trying to see, should I do 501?
Let's just do 501. I mean, because it's going to go regardless, right?
No, it'll come back. Just do it like it's a local number.
Do local first.
Yeah, do local first. And then it'll automatically spit out a confirmation thing and tell us if it went through or not. And then we'll know it's not local. Hit OK. Then hit start. And then if it's not, if it don't go through, then you have to do 501. That long distance right there. But I have to put in a long distance code. You Caitlin.
Gary, ain't nothing funny. Ain't nothing funny.
Who? No, she ain't gone.
I had no choice but to believe.
The only thing that I did was I told Mr. Williams, gave him all of the statements, and then he held it from there. The student who was injured, was it that? I don't think he was.
It said his collarbone was swollen and he
Oh, that
had
must
his
be another
face was
incident.
swollen. No, this is the same incident.
Samuel Patterson.
Yeah,
Come on,
so he's-
Sam.
yeah.
Sam and Alfred, right? Yeah.
But then that's what I'm saying. My son could be charged for hurting this student, but he was told to do it by an authority. That's confusing to him. And these kids are in behavior classes, so you know that means that something is wrong. So this authority, this teacher, is manipulating them and playing with them. And he got them fighting, and that's not right. How long have he been doing this before we found out about it? And then if he stay here, how long is it going to go on after my son leave this school? That's where I got the problem in. These kids don't deserve it, and it need to be something done. And that's all I'm saying, and it's not right. And he walking around like he a bully, like he tough. He kept walking past us, looking at us crazy like he gonna intimidate us. You're not. I'm gonna stand firm of what I said and what I mean, because this is my baby. He my baby. And I don't want nobody hurting my baby. And that's what this man have done today. You keep your hands to yourself, because if we touch him, we going to jail. If I touch my own baby, I'm going to jail. What give this man right to do it? No, he shouldn't have that right. That's all I'm saying, and it needs to be something done. This not the first student though. He assaulted that little boy. It's on tape. The mama got it on the phone. She just showed it to us right out there, where he assaulted that little boy. But I already knew he did it without even seeing it. No, this is another little boy that the teacher assaulted.
This happened early. This happened during the football season.
Yeah.
On the bus.
No.
No, in the class. He slammed him. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
3 incidents, same classroom, same teacher.
Same teacher.
The incident on the bus was something different.
That
was something different. It had nothing to do. Yeah, that had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, that's right.
But this is the same teacher. He is hurting the kids. He is making the kids hurt other kids. It got to be something
They bring
done.
his statement down.
He should have it.
Oh, you have his statement,
Yeah,
Byron?
that's Mr. Lord, too.
Oh, we need a copy of it.
Okay.
So we can do a police report on it.
No, the other
Did you
child,
get a
the
copy
other
of the statement, too?
No, I
so
didn't.
she'll
That's-
get a copy.
Okay, that's fine.
Eshawn, the one he was talking about, he said Eshawn, that's
We get a
Eshawn.
copy
Yes, sir.
of it in front of you, involved her with the mom. Have you seen the statement that he read?
No, I haven't.
We get a copy of it to show mom.
Like I said, when I got here, they played like they didn't know what was going on. They just all
Moore Park and Cleveland Street, is that in you all? Moore Park and Cleveland Street?
No, Moore Park and Cleveland is for the parking, four-way stop sign.
Yeah, because that's what pulled up first. Yeah,
Yeah.
the four-way stop.
Three-way stop sign church.
Yeah, right outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said something about the document for child abuse. He wanted
Okay. I'm gonna stare while I go get
Yeah.
And I'll get that.
Okay.
You have it?
I do have
Hey,
it.
can you send me an email, John?
Oh, okay, sure.
What's wrong?
I'm tired of being in school, that's the problem.
You have a bad day?
Excuse me. He walked out of my class because he didn't want to work. So, and then he thought he's on back to his next class. Well, no big deal.
Good afternoon, Andrew. Jackson.
I gave him materials. He broke my pencil in half that I gave him.
What do we need to do? What do we need to do to have a better rest of it? What do we need to do? I'm asking you. I'm not asking. I'm asking you. Sir?
Leave here.
Leave here? Well, that's not an option. So what can we do to have a better rest of the day here at Henderson today? You don't know? Corey, keep going. There's just too much going on. Just move around.
When he was fine when we first started the class, but then when I gave him an assignment to do that he thought was too difficult,
So
all
you're
of a
frustrated.
sudden his leg started hurting something really bad.
No, my leg's been hurting all day. That's the part you don't get. My leg's been hurting all
To
day.
his
Okay.
benefit. To
But
his benefit.
to your benefit,
He
because-
came to me this morning.
Right, and he wanted to see the nurse
Yes.
again about it. But he knew the nurse
Was not gonna do anything.
Was not going to do anything. He goes, my leg hurts. I can't do this. I got to go to the nurse. And I was going, and so I said, well, do something for me because I got to get a grade, and then you can go to the nurse. He broke his pencil in half.
Is he in your class now?
No, he's in Miss Zimmerman's English class right now. And so, but then when the bell rang, he came back down the hallway. He was ready to go into Miss Zimmerman's English class. And he wasn't limping.
Well, let me tell you this. Now, I gave you something so you could get something that we both will have together, right? Right? I need you to fulfill your end of your obligation for school. Okay? I need that. Okay?
You know when we're gonna get one the care packages?
I don't know, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about your success right now. Okay? We'll check on the care packages a little later, but we need you to do what you need to do right now. What does he need to do right now?
Right now, he needs to go to his English class and do whatever Miss Zimmerman wants him to do. But Miss Zimmerman and I understand your limitations.
Let me go get something from Mr. Williams.
Okay.
Jody, where you going? Somewhere. There's all.
Yeah, it's rubbing on my arm. He's touching me. He says,
Right there it is. Hold on. So you want to write a statement?
Yeah, it's called a pay for it. He told me to get out of 29.
Hey, what's up, bro? How you doing? Man, I got so much going on. Big.
I know you hung.
I am, man. I'm taking this brother back and get a house.
You got a gas for that, though.
I don't care. Hey, man, that's what I do.
You gotta take this to the back. You know.
Yep.
There you go, right there. And then you get out there.
Huh? Put it in your bag.
You see one on you.
Yeah, did you tell them what he said about me? What he was like?
Oh, I'm gonna go back and tell him right now. I ain't put it on that paper though. Oh yeah, I did tell him. He said, Mr. Gore, go back to that B nigga that you was with. And they were like, okay.
Somebody gave me his phone this morning.
That was one of your students.
Yeah, it was. I'm trying to figure out who it was. Land. Go get the jacket. Because I'm finna go. I'm not even here.
her to fix that girl.
No, God, I won't rub it on her.
She lying?
No, can't joke your mom. Where's she?
Well, she didn't really write a statement on you.
Oh, I got one on her too.
You already said what you want in jail.
What do you know?
I don't know.
He said, boy,
What? She would be doing something like this. When she wanna play, she go like this. Push me, hit and stuff, hit me with umbrellas and jerk on my shirt. But when she don't wanna play, it's not the time to play for her. What?
But I keep telling y'all,
I don't be playing with her, she be playing with me. She'll be playing with me when she has
well, I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna be in some kind of trouble. Baby, I gotta go. I'm up here, the police, it's so much going on up here. What block are we in? Look, I want you to come tomorrow. We gonna do lunch together, okay? I promise. You come tomorrow. Come tomorrow. Mr. Ford's gonna have time for you. I just got so much stuff to deal with. Okay? I'm sorry, and I'm gonna see you tomorrow. I promise, okay?
I don't think he is. I think he went home.
All right.
He shot went home.
I don't know, but you don't need to keep telling the story to everybody.
I ain't told you that.
No, I'm talking about
The league already listened to this.
Jane, what's your 20? You say the front
I
office?
set you up here for this.
Well, then I don't think. Just walk in and the young lady down the center hallway that has some community service to do.
13, we also have a box that needs to go to Ms. Fletcher's.
Here, put that on that chart over there.
Came down, man. Supposed to be my man, 20 grand and all, man. So,
Cool.
can't see what, bill.
Man, I ain't had no dang time to even, and to be honest with you, I'm nervous about it.
Nah.
I'm talking about just with everything that's going on, man, like, cause they are going to try, they're trying to do something with me. I'm trying to figure out how they gonna, how it's gonna come. Oh, but I'm saying though, like, there's gonna be some setup somewhere. Go ahead.
What's your 20? 10-4, can you come back to the front? I need that statement up here in the front office.
Oh, okay. Two told me I need to go to your office. I didn't.
That's what she told me.
Let's see what she said. No. See, I don't mind putting shit out there. I'm putting everything out there. What we lying about? What we hiding about? Yeah, don't do me, man. And they've been doing this.
But man, we got everybody doing that little shit stuff, man. I ain't with all that, man. I'm just like, man, y'all know the people positive. Quick and you know, niggas be ducking.
Well, you're right.
That's when you come down to 3 keys or you.
Hold on.
Don't they make you call it a day or what?
Oh, no.
Security, Gary Fowler left the office once more if you want to try
I
to
told
get
him,
it
man,
back to
I'm
me.
done for the day, man. All this bullshit got me going. I'm doing 3 people jobs today, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't about shit. But y'all want to bring all this bullshit to me? Oh, well, you here, too, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this in your hand.
I get some more.
Give it to them, but I need copies of it. What do you guys want to do?
Oh, it was terrible, man. You want to cut the pictures, man? I'm going to make copies of it, man.
How you doing? In-school suspension.
I ain't got a contract.
Hold on, they told you that's what they
I'm trying to get a little like this, so old
I